Hi there Learning T3, welcome to week 6 of term 3. I'm sitting here in the garden because I wanted to show you this pot of new green shoots that I have. If you saw last week's bonus activity, you would have seen the instructions on how to grow the silver beet seeds that I sent home to you all at the start of the term. Well, I planted my seeds about 3 weeks ago, and as you can see I've got 1, 2, 3 new silver beet shoots. In a week or so I will remove 1 or 2 of these shoots so the biggest seedling can grow a lot stronger, and when it's about 7 centimeters tall I'm going to plant it either into the garden or into a bigger pot and it will grow into a big silver beet plant. Well, we're now over halfway through term 3 and we've been cooking some delicious dishes from around the world. I know during inquiry you've been looking at maps of Australia and looking at the different states, capital cities, landmarks and climate zones. Last week you learned that Melbourne has a temperate climate, which means we have 4 distinct seasons. We have summer, spring, winter and autumn. Our summers are usually quite hot and dry, spring and autumn are milder in temperature, and winter is usually quite cold and wet. So for this week's recipe, I want to look at the climate of Melbourne and compare it to somewhere else in the world and bring you a recipe from a climate that is the same somewhere else. I have a new map of Australia here, and if you have a look you can see that it shows how the climate in the different regions around the country relates to the climate from other places around the world. So for example, here in the middle of Australia where it's very hot and dry, the climate is the same as in the Sahara Desert. Now down in Melbourne in the south, our climate is the same as the San Francisco Bay Area, which means the coast of San Francisco in America. Looking at this world map, you can clearly see the climate zones as they are shaded in different colours. San Francisco is over here on the west coast of America, and it's shaded in green, which shows a temperate climate zone. Now over here in Melbourne, in Australia, you can see that our climate zone is also shaded green and is temperate. Now, this area of the world is said to have the climate most like that in Melbourne, Australia. So this week, our recipe is going to be inspired by a dish that originated over here on the west coast of America in San Francisco. In 1926, in a sandwich shop near San Francisco, the cheeseburger was born. So never before had cheese been added to a hamburger. Now here in Australia we also love to eat a good hamburger, and the real Aussie thing to do is to add beetroot slices to your burger. So this week our recipe is going to be inspired by the history of the cheeseburger as well as by San Francisco and Australia's love for beetroot. So we will be cooking vegetable burgers with a beetroot dip. We're in the kitchen down at Findon. We've got Bill here again this week.
We're back, guys.
Hi Bill.
Michelle, how are you?
Good, thanks. We've got our ingredients for our veggie burgers. So we've got potatoes from our garden, carrots, corn, cannellini beans, ginger and garlic. We've got some coriander seeds, cumin seeds, some chilli, peas and polenta. We've got oil and salt, and then for our beetroot dip we've got beetroot, eggs, Dijon mustard, some pickled cucumbers and some vinegar. So we're going to go wash our hands and start cooking. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to peel our potatoes. We're going to make a backwards L shape with our finger and the peeler. Hold the potato in your palm of your hand and pull the peeler towards you. We've peeled our potatoes, they've been washed. We're now going to chop them into about 8 pieces, and you can either steam them or microwave them until soft.
So we're now going to peel the carrots. We're going to peel it from the middle down and turn. And then we're going to turn it over and do the same again. We're going to top and tail the carrot, slice it in half lengthways, and then slice it again. So our carrots are all chopped. We're now going to microwave or steam them as well until they're soft. The next step is to remove the corn kernels off the cob by starting in the middle and chopping down, and then repeating it the other way around. We're now going to microwave our corn as well for a couple of minutes just to make it a bit softer. We've got the ginger, garlic and chilli. We're going to peel the ginger and the garlic and remove the seeds from the chilli and chop it up into small pieces. To the garlic, ginger and chilli, we're going to add our cumin and coriander seeds, which are toasted lightly in a pan until fragrant. We're going to sprinkle them with salt and then smash them into a paste. We've got our soft potato, carrot and corn, and we're going to coarsely mash it. Right, to our mashed vegetables, we're going to add our garlic, ginger and chilli paste. We have our frozen peas. And our drained cannellini beans, and we're going to mix it all together. We've got our vegetable burger mix ready. We're going to roll it into balls, then coat it into some polenta, flattening it down a little bit when we do so. We've got our veggie burgers coated in the polenta now. We're going to heat some oil in a fry pan and cook them both sides for about 3 to 5 minutes until golden. To make the beetroot dip, we're going to peel our garlic and chop it into small pieces. We're going to chop our pickles into small pieces as well. So in our jug, we've got our dill pickles, our garlic, egg yolks, mustard and vinegar. We're going to use a stick blender to blend it into a paste. With the blender still running, we're going to add our oil. We're going to add our beetroots to the jug, blend the dip until smooth, and if we need some extra water, because it's too thick, we can add a bit of water to it. There you have it, Learning Team 3, our veggie burgers with our beetroot dip. That's it from me and Bill for this week. We hope you enjoyed this recipe and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.
See you guys.